Hi everyone, it's Little Lips. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my experience with getting Botox for the first time, and I'm also going to be doing a little get ready with me and showing the makeup that I had on in styling wolf cut hair video. So let's get started. I first thought about getting Botox about 2 years ago when I turned 24. At the time, I really didn't have many wrinkles forming, but I could tell between my eyebrows that I was having the 11 lines starting to form, which I consider those a set of dynamic wrinkles because those happen with you moving your face and me just making that scrunched up brow face very often. So those two lines started really kind of catching my attention about 2 years ago. And that's when I bought my new face device because I thought that if I used that consistently, I would be happy enough for the time being and I could put off getting any injectables for the time being. And that pretty much worked, except I haven't been using my new face device that consistently over the last 2 years, but that dynamic 11 line on the right side of my face was just becoming very, very prominent and it started bothering me. So I thought, hey, why not go and get that fixed? I did some research and I chose a physician in the greater Boston area to do my Botox. And I set up a consultation appointment with her. And when I got there and explained to her what I wanted to fix, she agreed to put 17 units of Botox in my face. And the 15 units were concentrated in the middle of my brow where my 11 lines were forming. And then I had 1 unit on each side of my forehead to eliminate that line you get when you raise up your eyebrows. I'm gonna bring you guys in closer. So that consultation appointment is where she just straight ahead went and put all the Botox in my face. So that was over a month ago now. I did that on June 14th. So these results are about a month later. So if you see, you can't really tell with how prominent my 11 lines are. And I'm gonna try to make the face that I always used to make. So you can see that, and that was me trying as hard as I can. You can see that there's some movement there, so it's still pretty natural. It's not completely frozen. Like, of course, she could put more Botox there and then I wouldn't be able to move those muscles at all, but that tends to give a not so natural look. And the dermatologist I went to who injected me, she's actually known for a very conservative approach in her practice. So I can see why she just didn't suggest that many units for me. But my experience was it's a quick and painless procedure, and I am very happy with the results. Okay, so I'm going to tell you more about what happened and the whole experience with going into the office. I'm gonna start doing my makeup now, but I will also how the full experience was and how I felt afterwards. So I already put my base down, which was just a BB cream mixed with a random moisturizer. I think I used the moisturizing factors from The Ordinary. It's just the first moisturizer I saw on my counter. So I mixed that with some BB cream and I put that all over my face, and it's given me this sort of dewy looking base. And then I'm gonna build off of that. Like I did in my wolf cut hairstyling video, I would just consider that a very simple everyday sort of. So I just like to have like very dewy, natural looking skin, and then contour, shadows, and then like that accentuating the eyes with that slight brown cat eye look. A few of you guys wanted to see it, so I thought while I talk about my Botox that I got, I can just throw on that look. So I use the Fenty Beauty contour stick in Mocha as my shadow color. I just like put it like that, like, I don't know. Put it under my lip. Sort of like this. Okay. And then sometimes I'll use a makeup sponge, but most of the time I'll just use my finger to blend this out. Yeah, so basically I scheduled the appointment. It's like before my birthday. So my birthday was May 16th. So I scheduled an appointment like early May, and they didn't have her time wasn't available until mid-June, which was perfect because like I had a little girls trip early June. So it was like as soon as I got back, I could get it done, and like I wouldn't have to be worried like I was going to see my friends and stuff while having just had a procedure that I've never had before. So it all actually worked out. Ooh, kind of got it. Like, it's okay though. Yeah, and the way I chose my injector was, well, I knew that. So, okay, the thing with Botox is it's so popular and a lot of people do it. Like, you could go get it from your dentist. They probably offer Botox. And then, like, there's a variety of other medical professionals who are able to administer Botox, including registered nurses, physicians assistants, and of course, doctors like doctors of plastic surgery and doctors of dermatology, which my injector happened to be a doctor of dermatology. So I knew that going in, I wanted to at least get an injector who, like, that was like their main thing that they did, because I feel like with injecting, like, I don't care if you're a nurse or a doctor. Like, I don't think that doctors are necessarily better than injectors than nurses. In fact, if you think about it, nurses probably give more injections in general than doctors. So to me, it's more about like what you're experienced in doing and like what you're known for. So I wanted to go to an injector who is known for giving good injections. And so the doctor I researched and found in Boston, in my opinion, seemed like a doctor who was well known for giving injections and was good at it. So that's why I went to her. And she had a registered nurse in the room as her assistant. So, yeah, in terms of like, do I think you have to go to a doctor to get injections? No, but I think that you should do your research and find someone in your area who's like known for giving injections and like give injections often. And that's pretty much how I finished my contour. Like, I could hide these pimples here with concealer. So I didn't go into my appointment knowing how many units of Botox I wanted, which is the biggest determinant in like how much the Botox is going to cost you. So I went in just knowing that I wanted Botox in this area and maybe this area, but I didn't know how many units it was going to take. Like I figured I would let the professional tell me how many units it was going to take. So during the examination, they have you do a bunch of like, make a bunch of faces you usually make to see where all your wrinkles are and how deep they are and how many you have. So after the examination, she was just like, you know, you don't need that much, 15 units here and 1 unit in each side of your forehead. And the total was $305. It was like $18 a unit. I had 17 units. Oh my God. So my video wouldn't let me record anymore. So I had to like delete a bunch of videos on my phone. So this concealer was sitting here the whole time. So like now it's like too dry and tacky, but whatever. I'm just gonna blend it in. So yeah, I put concealer on these parts of my face because I just want like these parts lifted, especially I have turned down lips. So I definitely always try to put it on like the corners of my lips. And then I just pat it down with my fingers. I'm gonna do the same here. God, that's like probably too much for the corner, but that's fine. Office where my injector worked out of, it's kind of small because it's on New Bear Street in downtown Boston, but it's nice and clean. And like I'll insert some video of the office. I wanted to film a little bit of a before for you guys to see what I look like before I go into my appointment today and get my Botox. So what I'm really focused on today is trying to get rid of the 11 lines that I've been seeing on my forehead between my eyebrows. So I make this face a lot. And it's starting to leave a mark, and that's why I booked my appointment with Dr. DiGiorgio today. So I'm gonna go in, I might film some of it, but I'll definitely film the results. But I don't have any videos of her actually injecting me because I did ask her beforehand if it'd be okay to record, and that's not something she was comfortable with, which I completely understand. You know, it's her practice, so it's her choice, and that's why I asked. Really gentle. The procedure didn't really hurt at all. Like, it's intimidating when you see the needle and everything, but I mean, if you guys got the COVID vaccine, which I did, the injection needle for Botox is like way smaller and way thinner. When I saw it, I was kind of scared because like I knew it was gonna go into my face, but honestly, she told me that she has a touch of an angel, and she was not kidding because like I didn't feel it at all. Like I've popped pimples and it's hurt way worse than the Botox procedure. Okay, so I'm just gonna like bring up the excess concealer to this pimple up here. Okay, so that's what we have so far. From my experience, I highly recommend it. The next, I'm going to do my brows, which is relatively simple. I'm just going to use this bar of Pears soap, and I'm going to take the wand from this Our Brow Setter, which is like basically empty. I just use the wand. I like that it's like plastic, so it takes more wear and tear. And then I just push my eyebrow hairs up and up and out so that they're kind of like neat but feathery and fanned out. As you guys know, I don't have much eyebrow, so I feel like this really helps the eyebrow area look more prominent, because you can even tell, like, see, now that I press them down a little bit more and they're sticking to my face, you can see that, you can see them like a little bit more prominently. Of course, I'm going to go in and add some marks with a brow pencil. Okay, so I'm going to start going in and showing what I do with the eye. So my philosophy, especially with eye makeup, is that everyone's eye is different, and you may want your eye to look a certain way, but following a tutorial with someone whose eye shape is different than yours, in my opinion, is not the way to get there. I mean, you can use tutorials for reference, but keep in mind that your eye is likely different from the person who's doing their makeup on the camera, so adjust for that. Like, I can't tell you how many tutorials I've looked at for cat eye makeup, but it just doesn't work because a lot of those people's eyes are naturally upturned. Like, they just tilt ever so slightly, like a smile at the end of their eyes. And my eyes aren't like that. They actually tilt down. So I have to adjust for that and make sure that that I consider what my eye looks like when I go in and do its makeup. So that's one of the reasons that I like to put concealer here, because my eyes turn down and then like there's this shadow down here. So that concealer helps hide that and make my eyes look a little bit more upturned. Okay, so what I do is I take this NARS eyebrow pencil in Mambo and I tight line the upper waterline. And then I do the other side. Just have to, oops. See, that might happen. And then just like rub it away. Like, that's what I do. For me, I just do the corners because that's where I need to focus on like elongation and making things look upturned, just the corner of my eyes. And then you see that, you can just like smudge it out like that too. Okay, and then yeah. So like I've already kind of like went past the waterline on this side, which was like the next step anyway. So after you tightline the waterline, like just make sure you a little wing on the end too. And then you can smudge it out a little bit. Happy with my Botox results, and my doctor basically said see you in 6 months. So typically Botox lasts 3 months, and at this point it's been over a month, but my doctor said that from her personal experience that the Botox lasts longer in her Asian patients, so she doesn't expect to see me for another 6 months. But of course, if I notice like anything like not to my liking, I can always go in and get topped off, which is nice. I like that she's very conservative with her approach, and like she doesn't want to, like, I even asked her, I'm like, hey, is there something we can do about like the laugh lines I have, or you know, I just had other ideas of other things I might want to do. And she was like, no, you know, you look great. Don't do anything else for now. And, you know, in 6 months, I'll see her again, and then we can talk about any additional work from this. So if you look now, like it's already like really taking on the shape. And like the only thing I really did was like tight line the upper eyelid and then like put a little bit of smudgy like eyeliner on the corners, and it's already really taking on that look. My next step is to take like a dark brown and a nude shade and like just set everything on my eyelids. And then also like some other more shaded like browns and neutrals to like just tease out the shape of my eye. Okay, so first I'm gonna go with this darkest brown color with this like really compact little brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of color, tap it out, and then like go in on the corner. And again, like smoke out that shape. And that's like more so to like set in place what we've already done earlier. And then now I'm gonna take this fluffy brush and I'm just gonna put like an all around peachy nude color on like my whole lid. Okay. And then like taking more of these like cool tone browns and I'm gonna just like tease out the shape of the eye, like make it look like I have some sort of like depth when my eyes tend to be like kind of flat and like there is no depth, you know? But we're gonna make like we're gonna make it look like there is a little bit of depth. Okay. So interesting. I was reading somewhere that Botox might actually make you happier. It certainly made me happy, or a little bit happier with like my face. So I'll read you like what studies have backed up this claim, but this look is just like really simple, appropriate for day to day. I'm just gonna. Okay. Now, ooh, it's like I need to wash my brushes or something because they're like losing hair. So now I take this brown wet eyeliner from Clinique and I like draw a tiny, tiny little cat eye. I'm gonna use this little mirror because like I'm just not close enough to the phone, so. And so the difference now is that this is gonna go all the way in and like connect with my tear duct, whereas before I was just focusing the creamy eyeliner and the shadow on the corner of my eye to give it more lifted look. Now I'm gonna like make it a complete, very catty looking eye, like by bringing it down and like extending my tear duct. See that? You see how I like brought it all the way down to my tear duct and like not even 1 millimeter beyond, but like it's already, it makes such a big difference in opening up my eye. And that, in my opinion, works for my eye shape. And this technique might not work for yours, and like you might have to do something different. So like I just suggest like just trying things out and like you'll find what works for you. And same deal on this side. You see how, again, it's extended a little bit beyond. And there you go. That's basically it. And I'm gonna go in like with the lighter shade, and I'm just gonna like smudgy smokiness. Okay. That's pretty much it. Like, it's really, really simple. So yeah, for those of you that like it, you can totally achieve this yourself. I'm gonna just accentuate that a little bit more. And in fact, in the video where I style my hair, I think on the bottom I put a little bit, so. See, it just like, I don't know what, but it just like makes your eye look so much like more elongated. And I have a small eye, so I really appreciate what this does for me. Okay, and now I'm just gonna like fill out the rest of my eyebrows and give myself a nice lip. Oh, so this is just KKW lip liner in Nude 1 that I really need to sharpen, but don't know where my lip sharpener is. Put a little bit of nude lip liner on your lips. Your brow pencil, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills in medium brown. So funny. I have a blonde friend that also uses medium brown, and I'm always like, so weird because we're like completely not the same color, but we use the same color eyebrow pencil. So this really helps me get better definition at the front of my eyebrow because I don't have a lot of hair at the front, so I tend to lose my eyebrow there. And then like lets me better control the shape of the rest of it. I might have made them a little bit like on the thicker side, but just make that a little bit more subtle by brushing them out a little bit. And then I also like to take this Milani brow pen in medium brown also, and like just draw a few hairs. And then of course I always use a like lip gloss or lip oils. This is like one of my favorite lip products, which is a Clarins lip oil in, I think it's called Tangerine, or it's the orange one, okay? It just gives a really natural pouty look. And we're almost done. I would just put some blush and then highlighter, and I think I'm all set. So again, like I'm so boring, guys. I use like really the same products. So I know that some of you wanted to see this look, but like it's like very similar to a lot of the other tutorials that I've already posted. So I concentrate the blush like under my eyes and on my nose area for like a sun-kissed look, especially in the summer. And then I'm gonna use this Becca highlighter that this palette my cousin just gave me, which is so nice of her. Yeah, I'm gonna use this Becca highlighter gifted to me by my cousin Sandy. Hi Sandy, if you're watching. She's probably not watching. She's so busy. But yeah, she might be watching. I don't know. I'm gonna put a little bit. I'm just gonna put a lot of it, I guess. I was saying earlier, my God, I lost my train of thought. I got so distracted with doing the makeup, but yeah, I was saying earlier that I was reading Botox might make you happier. So there was this one study performed by a group at the University of Cardiff in Wales. I wrote this in my notes, but it might have been, this might be a misspelling. So some university in Wales, right? They did a study and they found that people who could not frown due to Botox injections were happier on average than those who could frown. And then in 2019, a team at the University of Tennessee at Knoxville combined data from 138 studies testing more than 11,000 participants from all around the world. And according to the results of that meta-analysis, facial expressions have a small impact on feelings. For example, smiling makes people feel happier, scowling makes people feel angrier, and frowning makes them feel sadder. So if you get Botox and you can't make that frowning face that you always make anymore, that might result in you being a little bit happier. So, but as for me, I'm certainly happy with the results of my Botox, and yeah, very natural. I can still make my face, but like just like not so intense like I was able to make before. I hope you enjoyed this tiny video, and for those of you that wanted to see my makeup from that wolf cut styling video, I hope this was helpful. In the meantime, if you like my content, if you like me, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. So I'll link those all down below. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.